Have you ever pondered how long you would last on Venus without a spacesuit? Venus, our neighboring planet, has often been referred to as Earth's twin, sharing similar size, mass, and proximity to the Sun. This has understandably sparked our curiosity and led us to dream of Venus as a potential habitat for humans. A colony on Venus, a new frontier for mankind, sounds like the perfect plot for a sci-fi novel, doesn't it? But hold on to your space helmets because Venus is far from a hospitable haven. Instead, imagine stepping into a world where you'd be met with an environment more akin to a nightmare than a dream. A world that's anything but welcoming. Let's start with the temperature. Venus is a scorching cauldron, with surface temperatures reaching up to 867 degrees Fahrenheit, hotter than the surface of Mercury, the planet closest to the Sun. Imagine that. It's hot enough to melt lead and certainly no place for a summer vacation. Then there's the pressure. The atmospheric pressure on Venus is a staggering 92 times that of Earth. It's like being 1 kilometer deep in Earth's oceans, and it's enough to crush most submarines. And let's not forget about the atmosphere. Composed predominantly of carbon dioxide with clouds of sulfuric acid, it's a corrosive cocktail that would not only choke us, but also eat away at our skin and bones. So Venus, with its extreme temperatures, crushing pressures, and corrosive atmosphere, quickly dispels any romantic notions we might have had about it being a potential second home. It's a hostile world that bears the moniker of Vicious Venus quite fittingly. So without a spacesuit, how long could we endure Venus's brutal conditions? Let's delve deeper. Scene script. Venus, Earth's closest planetary neighbor, seems inviting from afar, but it's a hot, high-pressure nightmare up close. Let's delve into the science that makes Venus the embodiment of hostility. The temperatures on this planet are so extreme that they can melt lead. Yes, you heard it right. The average temperature is around 867 degrees Fahrenheit, which is hotter than the surface of Mercury, even though Venus is nearly twice as far from the Sun. This intense heat is due to the thick atmosphere of Venus, composed mainly of carbon dioxide, which creates a runaway greenhouse effect, trapping the Sun's heat and turning the planet into a veritable furnace. As if the scorching temperatures weren't enough, Venus also boasts an atmospheric pressure 92 times that of Earth. That's equivalent to being around 3,000 feet underwater. This immense pressure is a result of the dense carbon dioxide atmosphere, which weighs heavy on the surface of the planet. Any human exposed to this pressure without protection would be crushed instantly. Lastly, let's not forget the thick clouds of sulfuric acid that envelop Venus. These clouds are not only corrosive but also reflect sunlight, making the surface of Venus the brightest of any planet in our solar system. The acid rain that occasionally falls doesn't reach the surface due to the intense heat, but it's still a part of the hostile environment that would greet any visitor. Venus, in short, is a world of extremes. Extreme heat, extreme pressure, and extreme acidity. It's a planet that defies our understanding of habitability, a place where life as we know it would struggle to survive, if not be impossible. So the next time you gaze at the second planet from the Sun, remember that its serene, bright appearance belies a harsh reality. Venus is a world of fiery temperatures, crushing pressures, and corrosive clouds. In such extreme conditions, the human body would face unimaginable challenges. Imagine stepping onto Venus's surface unprotected. What would happen to your body? If you were to take such a daredevil step, the immediate effects on your body would be, to put it mildly, catastrophic. Venus's environment is nothing like Earth's. Its surface temperature averages around 865 degrees Fahrenheit, hotter than the surface of Mercury, despite being further from the Sun. This extreme heat is more than enough to cook a human alive in less than a second. But the heat isn't the only thing that would kill you. Venus's atmospheric pressure is about 92 times greater than Earth's at sea level. That's equivalent to the pressure found about half a mile deep in Earth's oceans. Under such conditions, your body would be crushed almost instantaneously. And let's not forget the atmospheric composition. Venus's thick atmosphere is primarily carbon dioxide, with clouds composed of sulfuric acid. Now, sulfuric acid is highly corrosive. In contact with human skin, it causes severe burns. If inhaled, it can cause serious damage to your respiratory tract. On Venus, you'd be enveloped in these acid clouds, leading to extreme chemical burns on any exposed skin and in your lungs. The effects of the heat, the pressure, and the sulfuric acid clouds would all occur simultaneously, leading to an instantaneous and quite unpleasant death. The human body is simply not designed to withstand such extreme conditions. Even if you could somehow survive the heat and the pressure, the lack of oxygen in the atmosphere would suffocate you in seconds. And even if you could hold your breath, the sulfuric acid in the air would start to dissolve your skin and eyes before you could take your next breath. The human body is not built to withstand such harsh conditions, but how long could we last? The short and rather grim answer is not long at all. In the hostile environment of Venus, without the protection of a spacesuit, your survival time could be measured in seconds, if not fractions of a second. So, without a spacesuit, how long could we survive on Venus? The answer is chillingly brief. Upon landing, the average human would survive for a mere matter of seconds. The extreme conditions of Venus make it an inhospitable world to us. Its surface temperature of over 850 degrees Fahrenheit, hotter than the surface of Mercury, would instantly incinerate us. The atmospheric pressure, 92 times that of Earth, would crush us in an instant. And the dense clouds of sulfuric acid? They would corrode any exposed skin or equipment. Now let's imagine we could somehow withstand this initial assault. Let's say we're wearing a spacesuit. How would we fare then? Well, it's not a pretty picture either. You see, Venus's atmosphere is composed mainly of carbon dioxide with clouds of sulfuric acid, both of which would pose a severe challenge to any spacesuit design. The intense heat would degrade and weaken the materials of the suit, rendering it useless over time. The corrosive atmosphere would eat away at the suit, causing it to fail. And let's not forget the pressure. The immense atmospheric pressure would put a tremendous strain on the suit, making movement difficult and potentially leading to structural failure. Even with the best technology available, the odds are stacked against us. We would be fighting a losing battle against the harsh reality of Venus. The extreme heat, the crushing pressure, the corrosive atmosphere, all of these factors combine to make Venus a deadly environment for humans. So, while we may dream of exploring our solar system's planets, we must also respect their power and acknowledge the immense challenges they present. The inhospitable nature of these worlds serves as a stark reminder of how unique and precious our own planet is. Venus, as fascinating as it is, remains a deadly environment for humans. Let's recap what we've learned about surviving on Venus without a spacesuit. Venus, often dubbed as Earth's twin, is anything but sibling-like when it comes to hospitality. The planet's extreme heat, high pressure, and corrosive atmosphere make it a place where humans, as we know them, cannot survive without stringent protection. Even a casual stroll on Venus's surface would be akin to walking through a burning oven while being crushed by the weight of a submarine. Venus's surface temperature averages around 865 degrees Fahrenheit, hotter than the surface of Mercury, despite being further from the sun. This is enough to melt lead and certainly more than enough to cook a human alive. The planet's dense atmosphere, composed mainly of carbon dioxide, traps heat, creating a greenhouse effect on steroids. The atmospheric pressure on Venus is about 92 times that of Earth's. This is comparable to being a kilometer under the ocean on Earth. Under such pressure, our bodies would be crushed instantly. The human body is simply not designed to withstand such immense pressure. The Venusian atmosphere is also rich in sulfuric acid clouds. This corrosive component would not only cause severe burns, but also quickly degrade any materials not specifically designed to resist it. Even our best spacesuits would struggle to provide protection for any extended period of time. Furthermore, Venus's slow rotation means that a single day-night cycle lasts about 243 Earth days. Such prolonged periods of darkness and light would likely wreak havoc on our circadian rhythms, adding yet another challenge to human survival on Venus. Surviving Venus, even with a spacesuit, is a significant challenge. It's a harsh reminder that while our universe is filled with wonder and beauty, it's also fraught with environments that are hostile to human life. So the next time you gaze up at Venus in the night sky, remember the harsh realities of our neighboring planet.